Pro Football Weekly is grading every team on their post-lockout moves. Right now we're talking AFC East and the New England Patriots. A lot of big names heading to Foxborough, but they also lost some guys. That's why it's just an A-.
Yeah, they lost a couple key guys like Ty Warren, Nick Kazler, who was their top offensive line reserve. But, I mean, you bring in Chad Ochocinco, you bring in Albert Haynesworth, you re-sign your top two priorities, Matt Light, Logan Mankins. Yeah. I mean, keep in mind, this team was 14-2 last year, best record in the NFL, and they should be even better. Might run a little 4-3 defense, bringing in some defensive ends like Shawn Ellis to really get after the passer, improve that third down defense, which was last in the league last year. You got to be happy if you're a Patriots fan what they did.
Yeah, the offense was so good. Now, if an improved defense, they could be nearly impossible to beat. The Miami Dolphins, you gave them a C+. We know they made the big name by getting Reggie Bush, but just not enough there besides that.
Big name, but not a #1 back. They would have probably rather had Ahmad Bradshaw or D'Angelo Williams. Yeah. Bush is good. He should work well in the offense, but not exactly what they would have wanted. And they definitely did not want Matt Moore as their quarterback. They wanted Kyle Orton. They wanted a guy who could challenge or start over Chad Henne. Didn't do that. Defensively, they did a good job. I think Kevin Burnett's going to be a nice fill-in inside linebacker for Channing Crowder. Jason Taylor gives them another outside linebacker to rush the passer. And re-signing Tony McDaniel worked out as well, but they need to improve the offense so much more than the defense.
Yeah, how much better is that offense from last year? And they weren't that good last year, so it could be a long year for Miami. The Jets, you gave them a B. Really, the big part was bringing back the guys that they needed to, but they also missed out on some big names.
Missed out on Nnamdi, but they did bring back Holmes and Cromartie. I mean, Antonio Cromartie is not a bad consolation prize when you lose on Nnamdi Asomugha. Bringing in Plaxico Burress and Derek Mason, but are the wide receivers really better this year than they were last year with Braylon Edwards? Jared Cotchery probably not. And then you lose Shawn Ellis. That's bad for one thing. You lose him to the Patriots. Rex Ryan cannot be happy about that. But again, they brought back the key guys. Special teams is going to take a little dip, but they still should be one of the better teams in the AFC.
The worst team in the division gets the worst grade in the offseason. The Buffalo Bills, you gave them a C.
It's really just because it was just an average free agency. They didn't do a whole lot. Brad Smith was really the most interesting signing, a luxury signing. And it'll be interesting to see if he really plays well and makes a big impact. Nick Barnett, we don't know if he'll be an upgrade or downgrade from Paul Posluszny just yet. He's got to stay healthy, but they did not address the offensive line. Didn't really make a splash, and again, just a C for them. They're a little better, but not enough for a team that was 4-12 last year.
Yeah, it sure doesn't seem like they're going to be competitive at least this year in that AFC East. That is a look at all the teams' grades from the AFC East. For full coverage of the NFL, be sure to follow us at ProFootballWeekly.com.